in forgotten realms. Don't miss Naissus Fantasy Podcast on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Naissus Fantasy Podcast. And today, Marcus is on a bit of a vacation, so I'm filling in as a host. And with me is Kellie-Anne Davidsson.
Hello, hello.
And today we're going to discuss and go and put on our adventure clothes and go through a little bit of history and go from where the things started and evolved and came to the adventure genre in video games that we have today when it comes to Tomb Raider and Uncharted and fun stuff like that.
Yes.
That little bit of mystical type of fantasy that takes part in mostly the modern world.
Yeah. But still, fantasy.
It is.
Because there is some magic in it.
Magic, dinosaurs.
Yes. Oh, I remember that. The dinosaurs.
Maybe we'll come to some yet or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's in the next game.
Maybe. So the way everything started is actually when we ended last episode, we discussed the pulp era of writing. And one of the many things that was very popular during the pulp era was adventure novels.
Oh, yeah.
Where there was an adventurer going out, finding caves and different worlds and stuff. So it was really popular. And that evolved later to the most like short films. And that inspired those who saw those short films to make Indiana Jones.
Oh.
And so the style of Indiana Jones is actually taken from other movies.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So the fedora and the whip, and many of those things are from a movie with Charlton Heston.
Okay, yeah.
And that was inspired to make a game. And that game, they had a problem because it looked like a ripoff. So what you did, the small developer Core Dynamics, they changed the gender so it wouldn't look like Indiana Jones ripoff. And they created the first Lara Croft Tomb Raider game.
Oh, yeah. And that came out in, I believe, 1996.
They started the development in 1994.
Oh, so it took them 2 years.
2 years. And I think the next game took them like a year or less because it was so incredibly popular.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good start because you really started with Tomb Raider games, one of your big...
Yes. It's my parents bought the PlayStation 1 back then, and they introduced me to the first Tomb Raider game that came out in 1996, where the graphics wasn't all too good. If you look back at it now.
No, it's 3D, and 3D doesn't always age as well.
No. So I remember... The core thing I remember is the pointy tatas that she had in the first game, and then they developed to become more round tatas. But I remember playing that game and watching my parents play the first one, and I believe they bought the second one as well. Don't remember, but I grew up with playing Tomb Raider, and it's all of the Tomb Raider games that I've played are my most played games ever, and I love the story of Lara Croft. I've watched all the movies with Angelina Jolie, and she makes the perfect Lara Croft.
Yeah, that was the first two movies.
Yes, and I also love the newest Tomb Raider movie that came out a few years ago with Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
Marcus's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also made the part so beautiful.
And if you look, it's really interesting because the first games was really based around the first movies. They were connected.
Yeah.
And you can see, because I actually... well, I shouldn't say made. I offered you to play the new Tomb Raider games.
Yes.
And you can see where the inspiration for the new movie came from.
Oh yeah.
Because that's more of the style of the origin of
Mm.
Lara Croft and why she has become the Tomb Raider.
Mm. And so for me, it was, I don't know if I'm allowed to say a swear word, but it was mindfuck, because I grew up on the older version of Lara.
Yeah.
Where she's a bit older, maybe in her like 30s.
30s, 40s.
Yeah, 30s, 40s, yeah. And then to see the younger version of her, it was kind of inspiring to see that she had that fire inside of her most of her life.
Yeah, and I think the new games, it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
And I could just find 2 of the games right now.
Yep.
But you have them both.
Yes.
So you started with the Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes, Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I finished the game last week, just in time for this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love me some story games. I love to just follow a story and then play through everything, and you get to see everything happen, and I just love story games.
Yeah, and those were the story games. We would discuss a bit where they come from as well, but those were those type of games where you almost sometimes, well, at least I did, almost put the controller down, and then you remember you were actually playing as well, because you were almost watching a movie because you were so invested in what's happening in the story.
Yeah.
So I really find those type of games fascinating.
Yes, and where they combine
the cinematics.
Yeah, the cinematics with the gaming experience. For me, it's just like a perfect balance, because it's not too much cinematics. It's just enough to make you think that you are playing a movie.
Yeah.
And you can still do side quests. So, and I love me some side quests. So I picked up the chickens in the game.
You have to.
You have to. Like, you had to chase around the chickens, and then you have to collect them, and then you can throw them.
Of course.
Of course. And I love me some Zelda as well in the gaming world. And there you can also pick up chickens.
It's a classical video game to throw some chickens around.
Yes, but the thing in Zelda that I love, you can also fly with the chickens.
Yeah.
So you could jump off a cliff with a chicken in your hands, and then you can fly.
I think one of my favorite Zelda game, it's an old one. It's called Link to the Past. There, if you attack the chickens too much, they came a big swarm of chicken and attacked you. So you had to run away.
Oh no.
And you had to leave the screen unless they constantly attacked you until you left the screen.
Well, my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess. There you can torture the chickens how much you want. You can do anything.
So the chicken torture has evolved.
Yes. They did not get mad at you if you tortured them too much or went flying with them over a cliff. But back to Tomb Raider, yes. So these are side quests, and you can talk to people and still know that I have the main story waiting for me.
Yeah, and the main story is they made it so good, I find anyway, that you sometimes had a tough choice to do the side quest, even though you wanted to, because you wanted to continue the story as well. So you had like almost like a timer in without having a timer.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah, but I need to know. Maybe I can go back and what should I do?
Yes, yeah. I had the feeling, and I put off the main story for like a week because I did not want the game to end or the story to end. So I did a lot of side quests to collect everything I needed for crafting weapons, like the arrows, poison arrows. Those were my favorites to use because I believed for the finishing big boss that you needed all of the poison arrows and the fire and the bomb arrows and everything and the ammunition for the weapons. And then when I did play the main boss, the end game, you didn't have any freaking weapons. And I was so mad because I kept on dying.
But you did make it through.
Yes, eventually with some very profound research. I watched some YouTube videos on how to kill him.
Sometimes you have to.
After I died like 20 times in a row, I was so pissed off. I was like, how do you kill the big boss in Tomb Raider? Because I was so mad. So that was my last choice, to do that or smash my PS4 into pieces.
Well, I think you made the right choice.
Yes.
Because you have another game to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go from Rise to the Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Going from the ice to the jungle.
Yeah, a bit warmer climate.
Yeah. And but when I look at Tomb Raider, you had the first games. They were from Core Design, was the name of the company, and they made the first one, and then they really fast made Tomb Raider after Tomb Raider after Tomb Raider.
Yeah, they made like, I think 5 or 6.
Sure, I think able to see, because I know there are actually 2 interesting games that was made during the trilogy that you're playing now. That I'm thinking we maybe should check into when we go into another type of video games, because those are up to 4 players.
Oh.
So those are 4-player co-op games.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to sit together and play Tomb Raider. Those are more action-oriented, of course, but play a Tomb Raider and a story and stuff. So could be something to check out in the future.
Yes, on the next after work.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
Yes. Who gets the most drunk and are being able to solve the puzzles in the games? You win a prize.
Can somebody wake up Emanuel? He has fallen asleep again.
Yes.
We need to finish this puzzle. He needs to stand. Can he go and lie over there instead?
Yes. Go lie over there and then wake up.
No, but I think it's interesting when it comes to games, because we have to know that Lara Croft was also one of the first of many things. She was one of the first real action heroes.
Yes.
And heroines.
Yes.
And she was, you mentioned the tatas, she was one of the first gaming sex symbols.
Yes.
In many ways.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. With the tatas and the body and everything.
And she was probably the first one that locked an old man in the freezer a lot of times.
Yes.
Poor Winston, the butler, was many times locked in the freezer during the games because it followed you around the house all the time. In the games.
Yes.
The only way to explore the house by yourself was to lock him in the freezer.
and then you can continue.
Yeah, because it was really annoying.
Well, my mind, I'm a bit aggressive. Why didn't you shoot him?
You couldn't. It was your butler.
Oh, yeah.
You always missed.
You need him for different things. Like, who else is going to bring me my afternoon cuppa?
Yeah, and your tea.
Yeah.
I think he also...
Cuppa is a tea.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I'm not that into tea, so I just...
No, I usually drink coffee.
But I think he went around with a tray in the game.
Oh.
I think actually we have to check that out sometime as well. The game that you have played right now,
yes,
actually comes with a virtual simulation game for the PlayStation VR, where you can explore Croft Mansion. That could be something interesting to check out.
You can play the Croft Manor without the VR. And I did that after the main story ended because I could not let the game go. But unfortunately, I thought that the part where you can play in the Croft Manor was very short.
Yeah, it was mostly a demo for the VR.
Oh, yeah.
was a special feature.
Yeah, because you only had to solve like a few puzzles. And then when you solved the puzzles and you found her mother's tomb, grave, in the mansion, then it's finished.
Yeah, it's not a long one, but it's a bit different when you, because this was really early during the VR craze that started with the PlayStation VR. So that it was an interesting little extra anyway.
Yeah, because I remember from previous games, if you go to the Croft Manor, you can do all sorts of stuff. Explore, go to the gymnastic.
Yeah, it was almost like a tutorial.
Yeah.
Where you learn the game in the beginning.
And you could swim. I remember in the first game that I can remember, you could go to the Croft Manor. You can practice all of the acrobatics, and you could also run around the house and do stuff. And in a later game, I remember you could also go to the Croft Manor, and then it's under construction. So you have to solve a few puzzles and get to a pool and solve that to drain the pool and fill it.
Yeah.
And I really liked that you could like pause the main story, go to the Croft Manor, learn a few tricks, and then use it later in the game.
Yeah, and you can usually when you do those type of unlocking, that's when you actually learn those moves that you can. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I know when I play the regular game and something comes, I'm too stressed to learn anything new. I just aim and shoot.
Yeah.
Or hide or something.
Or run away and jump.
Yeah, lots of jumping.
Yes.
Usually into walls.
Oh yeah. That was a thing that I found very like interesting and funny to do in the latest game that I played, Rise of the Tomb Raider, where you get to use the pickaxe to climb ice walls.
Yeah, the axe is legendary when you can climb and go, and but I feel like the trilogy is so good because I really like that you feel that you're playing an origin story as well. You can feel that the weight of all her choices.
Yes.
It's because in the early games when she's older, she has more of a presence and she's really secure about everything she's doing.
Yeah.
In these games, she's unsecure, but still a badass.
Yes.
That's interesting. It's a more complete character because you follow her journey and you see her grow.
Yes, and you get to learn more about her father's death. And for me, since I already love Lara Croft, and I've always wanted like more movies about her and about the original story, and I'm always interested in like the Croft Manor because I like mansions and old stuff, and so I find it quite interesting with her story and how she inherits the house and the mansion, and I just want to learn more about her family history and everything about that.
Yeah, and I think when you play the whole trilogy, you will have loads more answers.
Yes, I believe so too.
But I feel that you start to understand why everything has became the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
When you look at the cast of characters you're traveling with, those are so much expanded upon in the trilogy as well, I think. And you actually feel for the side characters in a way.
Yeah.
That mostly were, in my case, bullet shields or
almost frozen to death.
Maybe. But I find that the early games it really felt for me that there was more of a just a game.
Mm.
And I had a problem. But the thing I think about when also as well when we talk about the movies,
Mm.
I feel like the two first movies with Angelina was really good, but they followed the way the games were then.
Mm.
The only thing I didn't like about the new movie was that I felt they took a little bit of the fantastical away,
Mm.
and which was a climate of those times where much everything should be real, and how it was,
Yeah.
how it this setting if it was real.
Yeah.
But I don't really care.
I want the magic.
Give me my magic, give me my crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's
I
what
don't-
I enjoy with the games. It's still in like a form of reality, our reality, but it contains magic.
Yeah.
And I just love it about the games. There's always some kind of magic. Like in one of the games, there's no magic, but there's dinosaurs. And those are scary as hell.
Those are.
I pooped my pants the first time when the
I-
T-Rex came.
I died a lot.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I had to ask my dad for help to kill the T-Rex.
I think I quit and took a break and went back to it later.
Yeah.
The problem with doing that, which I can do a little too often
Mm-hmm.
during my gaming sessions, is that I forget how to play the game when I come back, so I have to restart the whole game instead because I can't. I'm in the middle of a fight or something that I was so frustrated I couldn't.
You couldn't continue.
So when I come back and I can't remember how to fight like regular.
Like, how do you shoot this weapon? I don't remember.
So I remember I played the new God of War game,
Mm-hmm.
and I played it a really long time.
Yeah.
Like maybe because I do a lot of side quests and I go around
Yeah.
exploring stuff, and I'm as well like to go and look at stuff.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm just find it's my time to enjoy stuff, so I'll go away and I'll look at stuff and do stuff when I have the time in the game. So and I came to a part where it was so hard, and I stopped playing, and then I wanted to start to play because I wanted that I couldn't get past that, so I had to at a later date restart the whole game from the beginning, and then know that I can't stop now.
Yeah.
I have to continue at least every couple of days, so my muscle memory can get it, because otherwise I'm screwed.
Yes.
But I really like the stealth part of Tomb Raiders as well. You can crawl and hide.
Yeah, like you can hide in bushes to kill the enemies.
Yeah, that's my jam. I really like to, and I can like hide for a long time. I go around a long way. And then I get them.
Yes, because for me myself, I don't like to like dive head first into a fight with 10 bad guys because I know I'm going to lose. So I love me some stealth kills.
Yeah, and even those.
Yeah.
And suddenly, that last guy, I can go.
Yeah.
I can go bad and be a badass and like, I can pop you, but there are 10 of them. Probably not.
No, that's what I enjoyed most with Rise of the Tomb Raider, where you could like craft different kind of arrows because arrows are silent. So I did a lot of stealth kills with arrows, and when I got to have the power to build poison arrows, I used all of the poison arrows to kill many bad guys.
The way it should be.
Yes, and I also figured out, I told you I was stuck in a part of the game where you are under the ice inside the big Nazi. Oh, no, not the Nazi, the Russian everything.
Yeah.
And it took me a few tries, but then I got to the point where I realized I have to use the stealth mode and the poison arrows. And then I killed all the bad guys. Because at first I crept through the ice and then I grabbed one of them into the water and then they found me because I killed one of them.
Mm.
So, and I was too afraid to get up from the water to go kill them all head first. So I had to do some thinking and then I figured it out.
And one of the scenes, the way they make scenes, I feel so many times when you need to go through narrow spaces.
Yeah.
Those are like, even if it doesn't anything happen, you're always on the edge that something will grab me or something will, and you get the really claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah.
I remember many times I was almost terrified to just go through the crack in the mountain to go, because sometime they will
stand on the other side and they will point their weapons and then
yeah, or there will be a cutscene where they grab you and I will crappy game.
There was a few times because I have the TV I play on is in my bedroom. So I sit in my bed and there I play video games so I can actually relax. And I have 3 cats, 3 beautiful little fluffy balls of fur, and they love their mama. Yes. So always when I sit down to play some games, they come up to the bed and they get comfy and then they sleep until something happens in the game that I'm not prepared for. And then I shit my pants, they shit their pants, everybody's scared. Because they're so great cutscenes in the game, so you really get scared when something happens.
Yeah, I remember one time I played, this was I think on the PlayStation 2 era, a horror game.
Ooh.
And this was a strange Japanese horror game that I found. And I like to buy a lot of different type of games, but I was thinking about playing this game, and during that time I was living in a big house, really big house, and it was middle of the winter, so it was completely dark everywhere, and it was a bit outside of the city, so no lights.
No street lights.
And the room, I was on the middle floor.
Yeah.
In a room with 18 rooms, over 300 square feet.
Ooh.
And you can hear the way old buildings just sound in their own way. And I was sitting in like a library setting. And the only light was coming from the TV. And the way this game worked was that you were playing these girls.
Yeah.
2 girls, and one of them disappeared, and the other one was going to find her sister or something. And there were ghosts everywhere, but you couldn't see the ghosts. So the only way you can hit that you had a magical camera. So you had to take up the camera and try to find the ghost and take picture of it, and then you can trap it in the camera. So I was sitting there, and you hear the sound of there's a ghost nearby, and you try to get up the camera, and the only light is flicking, and the ghosts are white, and and suddenly this big moth, like maybe 2 inches wide, I don't know, it felt like 5, maybe 2, I don't know, 10 inches or something, but it felt like 20 feet or something, flow right into my neck as the ghost appeared, and I just stood up, turned the game off, said I'm never playing this again. And that it still haunts me today, to this day. The most terrified I've ever been playing a game, and that stupid moth flew right into my neck, and it was my neck as well, so this was the only part of skin I had, and I felt it, and nobody could hear me scream because I was completely alone.
Even worse. That's the funny thing about me. I love to watch horror movies
Mhm.
and TV shows with horror, but I can't play horror games. I tried a few times, but I'm scared shitless, so I can't do it. I get so stressed. Um, but j- but watching horror films, no problem. I get bored. I can sleep to them. But horror games, I like to watch like YouTubers play, like Das Games
Mhm.
or when PewDiePie played.
Mhm.
No problem with watching them play, but I can't handle the stress of playing them myself.
No, I get. I usually like to have a collection that has a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the games, the horror games, I just have because should have them. But
Yeah.
horror games and car games, those are not my cup of tea.
I have a Nintendo Wii,
Mhm.
and the only car game I have is like Need for Speed Undercover.
Yeah.
That was me and my father's favorite game to play together because we both like cars. I love cars, and since I became a truck driver, I love cars even more.
Mm.
And as some of you listeners might remember from previous episodes, I still drive trucks, and but I haven't played like any of the trucking simulator games.
No, what you don't want to play your work.
No, no.
I have a friend that he's really into the tracking simulator games.
Yeah.
He likes, yeah. What are you going to do today? Yeah, it's the weekend. I'm not in the mood for anything. I was thinking having a drive down to Portugal and deliver some stuff here. Yes, it's a goes. But I think those are probably relaxing in their own way.
Yeah. But for me, personally, like you said, I don't like to play my work. For me, I tried once, and I can get why you would like something like
Yeah.
that.
I wouldn't play customer service the game.
No. Maybe I would play that, but to go back to our main topic of
Yeah.
today, which is Tomb Raider and Uncharted, those story games is
Yeah.
what I find most interesting and always have. But like Marcus, he likes the strategy games,
Yeah, strategy or like
the more complicated.
yeah,
You have to think a lot.
or where you make your own story.
Yeah.
That's a big difference, but because some people like the RPG mechanics where you make the story.
Yeah.
There is a main story, but you make the side quest is the main story in many sense. Whereas I like them both. But if you just want to play a game, I don't want to think. I don't want to experience too much of a distraction. I want to experience. I want an experience.
Yeah. You want a story.
Yeah, you want a story, and you want to feel a part of the story, and you are the story.
Yeah.
And the way the story presents itself is that you feel like you have been accomplishing it in a way, but still you have those moments where you almost put the controller down because the cinematics are so close to the game, and those are fantastic. And that's why I really like both the 4 or maybe 4.5, I should say, of the Uncharted games, because they made to the latest DLC, and the latest game, Thieves End, which was the final epic of Drake's journey. Had a spin-off game that's you can have. I have that as well on a disc.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to have it, and don't. I really like physical media because I don't want to just have the downloadable and they stop the servers or something. I want to have it on a disc and I can put it in at my summer house or anywhere where I can
the physical
borrow it.
stuff. I want to be able to hold the game.
Yeah, and I like to when I find people that are interested, I can say, "Oh, you haven't tried this? Well, I have it. Here, you should try this."
Yeah, as you did for me.
Yeah, and you have 2 games right now that you haven't played, but we're not talking about that one. That's for another discussion for another while. But I think also that the way Tomb Raider presents itself is, especially the new trilogy, in my is that I feel like she's much more plausible heroine. You can understand she struggles.
Yeah.
And I like when your heroes struggle.
Yeah.
It's not just an easy road and or a first person should just shoot everything.
Yeah.
No, the story is that the struggle and you overcame it.
And what I also enjoy with playing Tomb Raider is you get to follow the story and everything, and it's not always easy, but it's easy to follow the game, and you also get to solve a few puzzles. So yeah, sometimes you actually have to think, how do I get through here?
Yeah, and those are sometimes in modern games almost forgotten, the puzzle solving way of the games, because I find them interesting. Some of them are hard, some of them are less hard, but
some of them you have to look up on YouTube how to solve because you've been stuck there for 2 hours and your brain is rotting.
Yeah, the big problem with the puzzle, if you try to relax from work,
yes,
you're already spent.
Yes, and then the first thing you get to in the game is like a puzzle. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I remember now why I stopped last time.
Yes.
I was supposed to think about this, but then life came. Yeah, we have to start again here and see. Oh,
it's the puzzle. Oh, YouTube. I really enjoy watching YouTube. Maybe I could get the answer. Oh, there it is. Oh, I found the answer. And then you boop 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 play it, and then you're done, and then you can continue the story.
Yeah, but the puzzles are fun and challenging, and you make it part that you see that you get to feel that you're doing different stuff.
Yeah, and also I like the ratio. You don't have too many puzzles to think that it's a hard game. You get just enough of the puzzles to make you think that you have to actually do something in the game to get to the story.
Yeah, they don't feel like puzzles just for puzzles.
No, it's a puzzle to get through to the next part of the story.
Yeah, there are not so many as well, which I like. There are some parts during the whole series, but there's not that many parts where you feel that you have to stress through the game.
Yeah.
There's some.
Yeah, in the Rise of the Tomb Raider, there are some stressful scenes where you either get chased or something is collapsing, where you have to run and jump and do everything.
Yeah, but those are also well made during the game, that you feel like when you arrive on the other side, you get a little.
You get really pumped up with adrenaline during that scene, and then afterwards you're like, phew, I made it.
Yeah,
and then you realize it's just a game. If you died, you get to start over.
Yeah, but you made it still.
Yeah, you made it, and like, I could have died. So you get so into the game, and that's what I really enjoy with story games.
Yeah,
that you get so into the game is like you can sit during the game, and when you dive into the water, it's like you automatically hold your breath. Will I make it to the other side?
Yeah, that's the fun. It reminds me when I was young and I played platform games, and I used to put my hands up when I was jumping, because if I lifted the controller, it felt like I jumped better.
Yes. Yeah. Or when you play like Tomb Raider or anything where you have to peek, and you go to one side and the other side to see if you can see around the obstacle on the screen without moving the camera. You're just moving yourself.
Yeah, I remember as well when I played Tomb Raider and I had my jumping mechanic. You used to do a lot of flips, and then I had to go from side to side with the controller. Right?
Yeah, I did that as well.
So
I still do. And lean with the controllers, like, oh, I can't really see. I have to lean. Oh, no. It's still the same screen, Kelly. It's still the same screen. You have to move the camera. You can't just move yourself to see better.
maybe that would be a new stuff in the future that you have to use.
Yeah.
Like they had a Z-axis controller on the PlayStation 3, the early ones, where you had like a light in the and you can move and watch. It was a bit of a Wii mechanic.
Yeah.
But I think we'll leave the adventure for this time, and probably sometime in the future we will saddle up again and go on new adventures.
Yes.
Because it's a fun thing to talk about and to reminisce and go to find some good treasures out there in the game libraries.
Yes. So thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please do leave us a comment of which your favorite Tomb Raider game is.
Keep reading
and keep playing. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.